welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 50. This was a jump day and I kind of had to get this done a little bit faster than I wanted to. Things didn't go as well to plan with organising time today, but obviously I still wanted to get the workout in. And to be honest, I wasn't really feeling like doing squats today, purely because I've just been feeling a little bit of tenderness in my legs, and I don't want to procrastinate from doing them, because I really do think that the squats will give me some value. But I think on top of all the load from the jumping, and then after grass back squats on top of that, I think I'd rather do them on their own on Sunday and to do them justice as well. So no back squats today, literally just what the program suggested. I did warm up like this, then I did jump session, progressively higher and higher rims. I went up to 9.6 as the highest, which was pretty good. And no back squats, just hip hinges. The program calls them hip hinges, although I'd call them stiff-legged deadlifts or RDLs. And then the last thing that wasn't programmed, I did some bent leg calf raises, and I tried to push the weight quite heavily. I always feel like after I do bent leg calf raises, it's really strange. I seem to remember an Ivan Jurek video way back. I've always been watching Ivan's content on and off for the past year and a half, 2 years now. But there was a video I seem to remember when he would do bent leg calf raises, soleus calf raises, before doing squats, before doing sets of back squats. And he would always say how doing the bent leg calf raises would mean that when he would squat into that bottom position, it felt like he was kind of, his hamstrings were kind of folding down onto like a pillow. It was almost like he's squatting on some pillows, and the squats became all the more comfortable. Now, obviously, I didn't squat after doing these bent leg calf raises, but the pump in the soleus muscle, that deep calf muscle, it feels so good. It makes the entirety of your lower leg just feel amazing. Even just walking around, people who, if you've tried jumping a lot before and you do a lot of jumping, it can be a lot of wear and tear on the ligaments and the tendons in your lower body, particularly in your ankle. If you watch one of these landings that I make later, it's a two-hander on what looks like 9'3". I think it's 9'3". Really good dunk, but the angle at which I landed on my leg, it didn't cause any pain. But if, say for example, my lower leg and my ankle, my foot and calf complex wasn't designed to tolerate the amount of force going through my leg at that point, which is well beyond 3 times body weight, I would argue probably up to 5 times body weight, going through the leg in that compromised angle, if it wasn't able to tolerate that, the musculature of the lower leg wasn't able to tolerate that, then that's an injury right there for a person that hasn't gone through all the training that I've been going through. So I do think it's important to isolate and strengthen the muscles of the lower leg, particularly the muscles that get neglected. So the tibialis, the soleus muscle, obviously the gastroc, but that's the most well-known calf muscle. There's definitely some real value in strengthening and conditioning the lower leg, for jumping especially. Now, whether you should do that lower leg strengthening before or after a jump session I think there's a lot of debate on it, to be honest. I've seen people that do some warm-up activities where they'll essentially be strengthening their lower leg before they go jumping, and they say that helps them to activate the muscles, potentially even potentiate them. That's kind of like low hops, but actually strength training the muscle before you go and jump versus after, I'm not sure about that. Perhaps I'd have to try it out. It would be interesting to see if I did like one set of soleus calf raises with a moderate to heavy weight before doing a jump session, see how that would impact my performance in the jump workout versus obviously after, the same. I'd be interested to see how that would work out and to experiment with that. And I want you guys to watch this in slow motion with me and watch how much my right leg as I land here is like a shock absorber for all of my weight as I land. See that action there? That is why you need to train the lower leg, because if your ankle calf complex is compromised and it's not able to absorb that force, guess where that's going? It's going straight through your knees. It's going straight into your patellar tendon, and that's why people get jumper's knee. I think that I've definitely been not having any jumper's knee whatsoever in this training cycle. Touch wood. I really hope I don't get any more. This is 9.6, by the way. I was really close to getting a 9.6 off vert today. But as I was saying, I haven't really been getting any, to be honest. Whether it's a combination of the isometrics, properly progressing the training and, managing the load for the jumps. I'm only jumping twice a week. Maybe it's that's sort of enabled me to prevent and preempt getting jumper's knee by prehabbing. Who knows? But yeah, I'm very grateful for the fact that, you know, I'm jumping higher now, even if it is just slightly. And, you know, the main thing that stopped me from jumping in the past and jumping more consistently was just worrying about my knees and just my lower body getting injured or hurt and not being able to tolerate those forces of landing. So it is really good to get on a program where you just gradually build up over time, kind of like the weightlifting as well. I was the same way with my snatch and clean jerk. It's just so nice to be able to have a regimented program where you just build it up over time and you can see yourself progressing. That is really, really, truly motivating. Then I finished up with these hip hinges or RDLs or stiff-legged deadlifts, whatever you want to call them. I did 2 sets of 6 as the program suggested with 40% of my back squat 1RM. And then I moved on to some bent legs, the latest calf raises, to make my legs feel amazing after this workout. Make my calves feel really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and drop a like if you liked it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.